Hugh Muhammad, followed by David Muhammad, followed by Lee Muhammad, and there are also a number of individuals in support of these three speakers. I will read their names into the record after the three speakers, beginning with Hugh Muhammad, followed by David Muhammad, followed by Lee Muhammad.
And gentlemen, as you come forward, I want to thank you for working with our staff to make sure that we can get your comments on the record today. I definitely appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We hope we'll get on the agenda, not just on the do not start the time, not on the agenda, not just being heard before the council. We'll work on that.
Understood.
First of all, thank you to the council. We know that we're not on the agenda. First, let me say peace be unto you. My name is Hugh Muhammad. I'm the student minister of Mosque number 8. Behind me are many community leaders, pastors, community centers here to raise a particular issue and concern dealing with what we call smoke shop, otherwise known as crack pipe and marijuana sale areas. Some of these great men here, we're here, first of all, to protect our children. We're here to protect those most vulnerable to defend themselves, and in many times even not against their own selves. We're here to speak for those who have lost the desire to speak and will to struggle. We're here representing leaders and activists who once spoke for us and is no longer with us physically, but their spirit will forever live. One such person is Dr. Cleo Malone. Another such person is Walter Kadumu. And there are many other giants who stand with us as defenders of the community. All of these men and women present here today have worked to make the community where we live and the city of San Diego a better place. Today we're faced with a challenge where a smoke shop is about to be placed in a plaza where there is 3 churches, 2 mosques, the Alano Club, also a Saturday school program and an after-school program of the businesses and community-related entities. We're here to ask, as we've been told, there is nothing that can be done. I'm concerned because if we say nothing can be done, I'm trying to find an ordinance of where do we allow drugs to be sold, where do we allow alcohol to be sold close to schools, close to churches, close to mosques, the very things that we say of the value and foundation that each one of you represent. I'm thankful to Almighty God to stand with these men and all these women in here today representing many churches, many of whom this council and those members of this council know. What is a smoke shop? If we put a smoke shop, how does our children, what is the example that we're giving to our children? If you have no authority based on the current ordinance, then we need to look at what an ordinance should say. How close should, as I hear some talking about medical marijuana, I'm sure there's value to it. There's studies that's been seen. But in our community, understanding that most people go to jail because of non-violent reasons, usually drugs, it's very hard for us to look at medical marijuana, crack, methamphetamine, or anything else of any value within our community. And these particular shops sell the paraphernalia which is used. Within 10 feet of a mosque, this place would be placed. Within 10 or 15 feet of a church, it would be placed. Across the street, we have Brother Mario from the Alano Club. It would be placed. Around the corner from where Pastor Dorothy lived, it would be placed. Right in the same vicinity where I worship and many of these women that you see here worship, it would be placed. We're asking the council to start to look at this trend. Where will we place facilities that sell crack pipes and sell marijuana pipes and things that drugs can be smoked? And is it next to a school? Is that appropriate? Is it next to a church? Is that appropriate? Is it next to a mosque? Is that appropriate? Is it next to the Alano Club, a place that speaks against drug and alcohol abuse?
Minister,
I know my time is up there, but someone will cede their time to me on the next topic.
You can only do 3 minutes per subject, so is it a different subject?
I'm told that. Well, we'll rest here.
Okay.
I think the council have what we have to say when it goes to public safety, which was the other subject we wanted to talk on. And we'll say to you, Mr. Glory, why we contacted your office to be put in the agenda. We will respect this council, although I know you did break protocol earlier, but we won't deal with that at this moment. We'll leave that to the way it is. Thank you for your time, and God bless.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here this morning. And I would actually share with you, next Monday we are scheduled to take up this subject. I hope my staff explained that to you. And it would be helpful to have your testimony next Monday as the council does its deliberations on the very issue you're referring to.
Which issue?
On the location of medical marijuana dispensaries.
No, we're not just talking about medical marijuana dispensaries. We're also dealing with smoke shops that in Chula Vista that was selling spice and other things. So could be looked at as two separate issues.
I would encourage you, given what your statements, I think you will want to be here next Monday.
Right.
What do we do to get on the agenda? We just don't want to...
And Mr. President, I'm happy to talk with the group and schedule something at our Public Safety Neighborhood Services Committee in the near future. I think this is a vital public safety issue, and we do need to have a discussion about it.
Thank you, Ms. Emerald.
Thank you, Ms. Emerald.
Let me just read the names into the record of those who came supporting those speakers: David Mohammed, Lee Mohammed, Sherry Mohammed, Najma Michelle, Mark Robeson, Eddie Mohammed, Leonard Mohammed, Kirk X, Teresa Mohammed, David Mohammed, Charles Alexander, Dana Mohammed, Sybil Mohammed, April Mohammed, and Yvonne X. And that concludes our non-agenda public comment this morning.